What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sports Geek. Long time no talk, people. Long time no talk. Yeah, it's been one of those crazy days, but let's not even get into that. So, I'm sure you all know, according to Brian Cashman, the Yankees are aggressively trying to get a right handed bat before the trade deadline and add more pitching. It's a lot to do. It's a lot to do, and I often think, why didn't they do this in the offseason when it was easier, right? If you watch other shows that I've done, I said to be like the Dodgers, build your team in the offseason because it becomes too expensive at the trade deadline. And now that he said it, other teams know what his intentions are of what he needs to fix his team or right the ship. Do we have the players in the minors to make a trade? Possibly, right? And who would they go after right-handed bat-wise? Because I'm thinking LeMahieu's back, right? Seems to be hitting. They possibly don't have confidence in him. So, we know Peraza is not the answer, unfortunately. We know Yorbit Vivas might not be the answer. He's not doing well. And Pablo Reyes isn't the answer. So how do you fix that right-handed bat issue at third base? Obviously, Giancarlo can't play third, which is another option coming back as a right-handed bat. And then what do you do with Ben Rice? A lot of questions and not enough answers. Do you allow Ben Rice to start catching? Austin Wells isn't doing that well. I think for me, he's been the biggest disappointment. I thought he'd take the next advancement in his career. Did so well in the second half of last year. Maybe he'll heat up in June. Maybe June's his month. That's when you saw him turn it around last year. They gave him more playing time and he really started crushing the ball in June, July. Maybe that's what he needs. I don't know. But he's not really hitting the ball. His OPS is high, but he's not doing it, right? So with the Yankees trying to trade for a bat, what are some trade ideas out there? What could we come up with to actually facilitate such a trade? Any ideas? Comment below. Let me know. I don't have any thoughts in my head right now that could tell you where to go with this, right? And who's available on the third base side? Third baseman? Really? Right now? Who? And what's the price you're going to pay? Adding more pitching? Okay, so all right. So obviously they want to shore up the starting rotation, possibly the bullpen if need be. I doubt the bullpen is an issue. They've got people in the minors that they can fix the bullpen with. I'm thinking for starters, could a team actually elect to take Marcus Stroman right now? He's coming back from the injury, right? I wouldn't even say the Yankees trade Marcus Stroman at the trade deadline. So they basically paid almost half of his salary, a little bit more than half his salary. I wouldn't offer any break. I'd say take him for what he is. Right? Maybe Peraza, right? They have no more options with him. They can't send him down. They can't, if they DFA him, some other team can pick him up. Maybe package him with maybe another minor league prospect to a team for a third baseman. Maybe that's a scenario. Marcus Stroman's definitely not going to get 140 innings this year. So that's not going to exercise his third-year option of getting that $17 or $18 million plus, with him being on the injured list right now, he's there's always going to make 140. I don't care if he pitches 8 innings every game, which he's not going to do, right? So I can't picture that happening right now, but the fact that they waited and they're going to try and make an attempt, either they're going to do it now or before the trade deadline. I'd say try and do it now before the trade deadline, if they can pull something off with someone. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be an arm and a leg to make anything work for the Yankees come the trade deadline, just because teams love – I do believe there's a Yankee tax. Call me crazy, but I do believe, why would a team want to have the Yankees out, right? Let's look at the current roster. Let's talk about the roster for a minute. I hear a lot of people talking about trade Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe's a bust. Anthony Volpe this. Anthony Volpe that. I can see why certain Yankee fans are angry, because the Yankees, not just the New York Yankees front office, but scouts and coaches in the Yankee farm system and in the majors touted this guy as the next best thing to sliced bread. Guy can hit for power. The only thing we heard that was shaky with him was his arm defensively. He didn't have the arm for shortstop. And he said, well, we could always move him to second base, worst case scenario. But Anthony Volpe's been kind of an anomaly, per se. He's become better defensively. He's got a quick release. So the fact his arm isn't that strong, you don't really notice it because the release is so quick on the throw that he's done well defensively. He's probably one of the best defensive shortstops around, at least in the top 10. Right? So why trade him? He's an average shortstop right now, in my opinion. So why would you trade an average shortstop? An average shortstop is a usable shortstop. No need to get rid of him. We just built this expectation up because the Yankees said that he was going to be the next thing, next best thing. And that kind of didn't work out. I mean, it's his second, 2.5 years in the majors. Maybe he'll break out the next year. The only thing that I would say I would give Anthony Volpe, me personally, my opinion, this would be my last year for him. Because what he's swinging at are outside low and away, inside high. You got to adjust, man. This is what they're throwing you. This is your 2.5 times around the league that you've seen this stuff. Adjust. Baseball is just adjustments, just like life. So adjust to those pitches. I'm not sure what he doesn't get. Peraza's always trying to pull the ball, so can't fix him. Maybe some other team can. He doesn't know how to go away or go with what's given to him on the pitch. So those two roster spots right there, trade Volpe, no. Peraza, I'm not sure that guy can hit the majors. Hitting 150-something maybe, last time I checked. That's not going to cut it. With a 550-something OPS, not going to cut it. As for the roster that supposedly needs a right-handed bat, they're basically in the top 5 for batting average. They're the top 5 for on-base percentage. They're number 1 for slugging and number 1 in OPS. So it's not the Yankee hitting per se that's the issue. It's whether or not you have guys that can hit in the clutch. Go back to a show a year ago, I talked about that. I did a research on top 10 guys or top 20 guys that were clutch in all of MLB, National League and American League. And there are guys out there that just hit in the clutch. And that's what you want. You want timely hitting. And the way how they won yesterday with timely hitting, thanks to Volpe, was how they won the game. It wasn't by a home run. You have to know how to beat teams the way how they pitch you. Meaning, if a team is going to pitch you with great pitching, that means you're not always going to hit home runs. So you got to hit for average. You got to get multiple base hits, steal bases, play small ball, bunt, and beat them at their own game. If a team's going to slug you, then you probably got to outslug them. So the Yankees are good at that. My biggest pet peeve with them is after they put up, a large amount of runs in any given game, watch the pattern. The next game, they don't score a lot of runs. It's weird. They can put up 10 runs one game. The next game, it's they beat a team 2-0 or they barely win. It's weird. It's a weird pattern that they have. So, right now, the current roster, like I said, Austin Wells, disappointment. Should they give, Ben Rice a chance at catching? Maybe. I don't know. They have depth. They have more catching depth in the minors as well. Augustin Ramirez, they traded to the Marlins, is doing great. He's doing pretty good as a rookie catcher. Cody Bellinger seems to have come out of his slump, which is a good thing. God, they needed that. Paul Goldschmidt's been an all-star caliber player at age 37 going on 38. I mean, we didn't get anything out of first base last year. Not a zilch. And I have no problems against Anthony Rizzo. Give me 1 second here. I just want to do some research. So, okay, good. I want to see something here. Yeah, we got nothing out of first base last year. Nothing out of first base. And the fact that Paul Goldschmidt stepped up, average defense, great with the bat, not hitting for much power, but you know what? He's doing his thing. He's getting timely hits, and he hits the ball hard. That's all it is. Jason Dominguez is coming around. Needs more reps. People are sitting there saying he can't field, he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't bat right hand, he can't. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm so sick of hearing it. Just give the guy reps. Rookies need reps. Okay? R&R. That's it. It's that simple. If he doesn't play, he can't develop into the player that he needs to become. And he has way too much talent to fail at this level, especially when he does so well in the minors. The guy's got speed. He hits the ball hard. Listen, give Jason Dominguez time. He's going to be good. He's going to be a good player. Once again, whether or not he's some generational talent, but that was all the Yankee hype machine. I'm not saying that. Can he be a serviceable player? Can he bat 270, 280, put up 20, 30 home runs a year? I'm good with that. That's our left fielder going forward. What's wrong with that? Consistently, let it happen. Pitching. Let's talk about pitching. God damn, let's talk about pitching. Pitching was a worry for the Yankees, starting rotation, for me, honestly. Garrett Cole went down. Luis Hill went down. I mean, just one after the other, dropping like flies. The fact that the Yankees picked up Ryan Yarbrough, yes, Ryan Yarbrough, when the Toronto Blue Jays released him, got him for basically nothing, is a godsend. I'm not saying Ryan Yarbrough is going to continue on his hot streak, but man, he's helped the Yankees out tremendously. So God bless him, right? As I stated in the show, once I learned that they picked up Ryan Yarbrough a while back, guy doesn't throw hard. I said, in that show, I said his bread and butter was his curveball. Well, I am wrong for that. His bread and butter has been the changeup. It's been the changeup. Ryan Yarbrough, listen, this should be a lesson to all starting pitchers or any pitchers for that fact. Location, 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 location. Greg Maddux didn't throw that hard, but you know what? Greg Maddux could spot his pitches on the corners. If you watch last night's game against the Angels, the game one, man, Ryan Yarbrough was cutting that little invisible box right on the corners. Dotting pitches with command and control, both high, low, left, and right. That is how you pitch. That is pitching 101. Control should be taught before velocity. If you can throw your pitches for strikes anywhere the catcher puts the glove, man, listen, that's a talent in itself. I've seen these soccer guys do it. Kick a ball into a garbage can. I doubt it's a fake video. What's the guy? Sporty Spice's husband. God. Beckham. Right? Posh Spice's husband. Sorry, Sporty Spice is another. I'm sure my age is getting old. Posh Spice's husband, David Beckham. That dude is kicking soccer balls 50 yards into garbage cans with his leg. So why can't a pitcher spot a pitch, 60 feet, 6 inches away? If you can do that, there is no reason why you can't pitch at the majors. And that is pitching 101, in my opinion. And that's what Ryan Yarbrough can do. Doesn't throw very hard. So listen, Marcus Sherman can take a lesson from this guy. You don't have to throw heat, but dot your pitches and control them where they need to go. And you can make a living. And you're not going to blow out your arm throwing heaters all the time because you're a controlled finesse pitcher. Like Max Fried. Max Fried can dial it up to the high 90s when he wants to, but that's not how Max Fried pitches. He pitches to contact, and he's efficient, just like Yarbrough is efficient. I think all these guys are learning off each other. I think that with, Fried being that is now a Yankee, he's probably telling Carlos Rodon, who's another lefty, things how to throw certain pitches, how to make Carlos Rodon better. And vice versa. If you watched last year when Garrett Cole was injured, when he was out, he was helping Luis Hill. He was mentoring these guys. And look, Luis Hill won Rookie of the Year. So when you got guys like Cole and Fried who's willing to share how they get through lineups, it only makes your pitching staff that much better. So hats up to the Yankees for putting together something that, once again, Matt Blake in his, little Frankenstein pitching lab over there, mixing up, creating the next monster coming out the bullpen or the starting rotation. So give flowers to Matt Blake, man. I mean, this guy does what he knows how to do. Carlos Rodon is doing great. Ben Rice has slowed down a little bit. Trent Grisham has slowed down a little bit. But overall, to me, the roster, the entire roster, the Yankees are a much better team than they were last year. They're a more balanced team. And if they didn't blow, if Devin Williams didn't blow those 4 saves that he has for the year, excuse me, say he just blew 2 of them, they'd be 2 more wins than they have right now. You know, I thought Devin Williams was becoming like the Clay Holmes of last year, just blowing games left and right. Thank God he's in the 8th inning role right now, trying to gain his confidence back, build him up. Right now, Luke Weaver, they didn't use him a lot in the past couple series. They did, but you can see there was rust on him. Shouldn't have been that difficult against the Rockies. It shouldn't have been that difficult against the Angels last night. So, with all that said, just a little rust, pitch him more. Boone uses the guys in really weird situations. I still think he doesn't know how to manage the bullpen properly, but that's my opinion as well. But right now, like I said, look at the roster. It looks good, guys. Last year was top heavy with Judge and Soto. Not saying that, we don't miss Soto. Like I'm sure the Yankee fans still do. Is he doing well right now? No, but that's not Soto. He's not going to stay down forever. He's too talented of a player. He'll come right out of it. Just do it against some other team and not the Yankees when we play the Mets. But I just wanted to come on real quick. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. That's important to grow the channel. I don't have much else to say except, they're looking for pitching and they're looking for a right-handed bat. And like I said, with Giancarlo coming back, Jazz is coming back. So I guess LeMahieu is going to go to third for the time being. And Jazz goes back to second. I guess platoon Ben Rice and Giancarlo Stanton. I don't know. I mean, they've got a lot of guys coming back and there's more bullpen help coming. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It's going to be interesting to see who they trade for. Right? I heard they were trying to get Finnegan from the Nationals as another reliever. Maybe they send Devin Williams packing and pick up Finnegan. I don't know. They need a good reliever from the left side. That way Luke Weaver can close, from the right side. And just almost like when they had Aroldis Chapman and Andrew Miller. From the guard when he was on our team. They have both closers or really good guys that could get you from either the right or the left. They need someone good, someone reliable, someone that's lights out. The series should be interesting. I know the game's about to start, so I'm going to wrap this up. But for the most part, once again, thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'll come back on a little bit more often, at least once or twice a week as we go closer to trade season. Like I said, still having issues with my computer. Haven't fixed it, replaced it yet. Still waiting. I was going to replace it soon, but I heard there's this new chipset coming out from Intel for end of this year, early 2025, and it's going to be a whole new different socket. So rather than get a socket that's going to be outdated after the end of this year, if I get one now, I just might wait to the end of the year. So that's why I've been on. It doesn't look good on the laptop. I'm still doing the show from the laptop. No microphone, no headsets, no nothing, no soundboard, just straight live recording. And to avoid doing a show that I deem that's not that high quality, I haven't come on that much. But like I said, once I get situated and build a new computer, get that going, we'll be fine. We'll be back rocking and rolling. So guys, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts about who you think they might pick up going forward, for whether it's going to be a reliever, a starter, and a possible right-handed third baseman. Let me just see something here. Right-handed third baseman, MLB. Top 10 third baseman right now. You got Austin Riley. Not going to happen. I would love it if they can get Austin Riley, man. Austin Riley's my dude. Let's see. Jose Ramirez, not going to happen. Manny Machado is not going to happen. Rafael Devers, he's not great defensively. Would love his bat, but not great defensively. Nolan Arenado, getting too old. Alex Bregman, no. Gunnar Henderson, that's not going to happen. Why do I have him as third baseman? Matt Chapman, not going to happen. Isaac Paredes, not going to happen. So that's the top 10. That's the top 10. Yeah. Justin Turner, too old. Not going to happen. Max Muncy, not going to happen. Nope. 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 Austin Riley. Yeah, Austin Riley's the best, man. He's the dog. But we'll see what the Yankees do, guys. I'm curious to see how they handle everything towards the trade deadline and make the team better. I'm curious. And if they could actually move Marcus Stroman, man, even if DJ LeMahieu does somewhat great, he can be a platoon player where he's going to be, he's not the full-time third baseman, but he can come in as a defensive substitution late in games. It's not bad having him on the team for those kind of things, right? He can still play second. But right now, Yankees are in trouble, and I wish they did something in the offseason to address this before now. Anyway, guys, I'm Errol from Sports Geek. Thank you again for watching and viewing. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Take care. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Later.